And they converge on Carey. Both teams in a feel-out mode as Duke turns it to Gungba.
I think Gungba's going to have a good year, and he needs to have a big year. Now, he was hurt as a senior in high school, limited minutes last year, but a long arm runner.
Duke scored 83 points a game last year, 7th in the country in three-point percentage. And once again, a brand new roster. I might as well just throw those numbers away. Off the back of the rim, rebounded by Akpara.
So far, Tennessee handling the two-man game of Cameron Boozer being in a ball screen.
Slow start for both offenses. Here's Gillespie sharing time in the backcourt, trying to get everybody right. JP Estrella has entered. He's on the post for Tennessee. Here's Gillespie. A little leaner off the back of the rim. And Cade Phillips pulls down the offensive rebound. Why not? Gillespie was a 41% shooter from deep last year from Maryland. Duke in transition gets a three from Darren Harris.
That was a great job of Darren Harris knowing his role, man. He was on a dead sprint to that far corner. A great job by Duke to quickly reverse that basketball from 1/3 to the side.
Mari Abram is also the new volunteer on the floor. Another offensive board for Phillips. And a fadeaway is good.
That side empty corner two-man game has resulted in 2 baskets for Tennessee early. Hard to guard, man. That action simple and sound.
Harris dumps it inside. Boozer having a hard time getting it going.
Shot off. Your thoughts on Nate Early?
Well, we love Nate. You know, we want him to play the way he's playing, and the one thing I know, he's going to make some shots.
He's just a hoss, Cameron Boozer is. And, you know, teams are going to go at him. The problem is, for Cameron Boozer, you double the ball out of his hands. He's a point guard as a passer. Wow, I am so impressed.
A gather and a beautiful finish on the interior by Patrick Gungba.
Appreciate the effort of Gungba to sprint that floor down the pipe to be there.
What do you think either team wants this from a tempo standpoint? Because Tennessee last year was 349th in the country in tempo.
That has changed.
Being at Duke, 2001.
There's that winning pedigree we talk about, right?
Through Akpara's legs, and he says, why not? Ended up with the shooter. Duke scratching and clawing its way back into this game.
Tennessee with their own little zoom action like we saw out of Kentucky Friday night. And Nate Ament is the guy coming off of that action.
How about the evolution of colleges being able to play each other in exhibition games? We have seen some thrillers already this season. What a treat for college basketball fans. Kentucky knocked off #1 Purdue on Friday night in front of a Sultan. It's a guy by the name of Kevin Durant. The comparisons will come. It's inevitable. But one of the reasons they'll come is because on a recruiting trip, Rick Barnes showed him highlights of Kevin Durant's 37-point game against Kansas.
And told Nate Ament, if you don't want to be that, go somewhere else. And it closed the deal. Like I said earlier, it came down to Tennessee and Duke, and everyone wanted Nate Ament and Cameron Boozer. This ball, and he just works, and he continued to grow. I don't think he's done growing right now. It just got better and better over the last 12 months.
Evans, quick release. Boozer now Dean up Brown. Gillespie goes around him. Here's Brown up the field.
Yeah.
But his point was that there will be ups and downs with any freshman. But he's really going to dictate what Duke's level of success is as a team. Gatorade National Player of the Year. In and out. Akpara the rebound. Shot clock is off. Bird with the handoff. And Gillespie.
Duke, and a tight wrap by Evans to get down here.
There's Bishop Boswell, and it's knocked out of bounds. What'd you think of Jacoby Gillespie in the first half?
Well, I'll tell you after this, but Isaiah Evans just wins the foot race to the ball, and Bishop Boswell, good defensively in the first 20 minutes, can never be the second guy in a very good and very smart in terms of diving in and out of those ball screens with speed and purpose.
Gillespie dumps it inside. From Jimena didn't go. Gillespie trying to get inside. Turns it into a turnaround. Rebounded by Patrick Gungba II. Foster. I'm not sure if Akpara got it, but he certainly influenced it.
Typically, Rick Barnes, when they get stuck offensively, they want to pound that thing inside. We'll see what the play call is. It looks like money for Nate Ament.
It ends up with Gillespie, and he splashes one down.
Malik Brown tonight as well. I mean, he could be a potential starter for this Duke team.
Gillespie gets cut off. Shot clock is at 3. Bird fires in too strong. Gets it back again. Well, he's got a nose for the football and basketball.
He'd be a heck of a tight end, would he not?
20-point effort.
A lot of 5 out by Duke tonight. They're running it right now. This really opens up the floor for drives and cuts.
Duke all over the offensive glass, and finally Tennessee comes out of there. It's Ethan Bird. Gillespie stops and pops. Got it.
Gotta find him. Gotta find him. Duke just lack of urgency in transition defense costs them 3.
Caden to Cameron. And inside. And he had stepped out of bounds before he saved it. So it'll be Tennessee basketball, 3 seconds on the shot clock. And Gungba on his own has totally
When the right guys in, you got to have stayers. You got to keep the right guys. And Tennessee, Duke, Purdue, those teams come to mind year after year.
Akpara. And we'll look to make it 8. 14 SEC teams made the big dance last year, including Duke's first regular season opponent, Texas, with a new coach.
7-footer just eats it up.
Gillespie playing off the ball now. Batted away.
Nate Ament very quiet in this second half. Rick Barnes puts Ian Gillespie underneath. They can choose sides.
They go to Gillespie
from Duke defensively in this game.
Gillespie's got another one coming. Talk about the strength of the SEC. How about the Atlantic Coast Conference? Here's your preseason poll. Duke and Louisville, the only 2 to get #1 votes. You were talking earlier, they're much improved. That includes.
Once again, Rick Barnes learning his team, who he can trust, who will deliver.
Here's Gillespie, lost it. Akpara had it for a second. It'll stay with Tennessee. $15 seconds remain on the shot clock. Jimmy, this stage of the campaign, these teams have been together, even though there were sometimes individual workouts throughout the summer. How much is installed for a team versus what they'd look like, say, around Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it depends on your returners, how many you have. Boy, careless with the ball. And then, again, just out-hustling Tennessee, Duke.
Gillespie's got a 5 to beat the shot clock. He did catch it.
Yeah, it was. Rick Barnes goes money for Gillespie.
And now he launches. Again, left it short.
Yeah. Everything's challenged. Duke doing a good job of defending without fouling Nate Ament. John Shire just going 1-4 flat. I'll be surprised if Boozer gives this ball up.
He got jumped, stolen away. Here's Gillespie. Deep. Ament is 0 for 5. Berg is on the floor now. He's made his 2.
Back to Gillespie like they used for Gainey at Illinois last year. But I've been very impressed with what he's done on the defensive end.
Kobe Gillespie knocks down the first. Cade Phillips returns, and it'll be Ethan Berg that exits. 19-point night for Jacoby Gillespie.
That's why 39 NBA scouts and 22 NBA teams represented tonight. And they saw all and more from 12 in blue.
It's Louisville. They've had some time to fester on a loss. They don't want to be back in that same spot. Here's Jacoby Gillespie, 23 from playing teams with this caliber like Tennessee.
No, they're not shy, and that's what you want to see if you're Coach Luther. Your first shot go through the basket, give you a little bit of that extra momentum going down the court.
We're going to have a different roster every year.
Really enjoy the time that I get to spend around Coach Luther. Just a student of the game, really pours his heart and soul into this program.
Stretch is flush that and move on to another big game against Louisville.
Talking to Coach Barnes and shoot around today, we talked about just that. This game is just as important on the schedule as the Louisville game.
Tuesday, other physical two off the feed from Estrella. Tennessee has evened this one up early.
Really good hands from Jacoby Gillespie.
Here's Gillespie the other way. Estrella will
look at someone to where they want to, that elusive Final Four.
Webb able to finish for two. Evens things up at 7. Gillespie looking for Abram. Great dish.
Great pass there from Jacoby, streaking Amari Abram, getting to the basket. Really like what Gardner-Webb's doing right here, though, man. Taking their time, backdoor cut.
To see by 14, Hogarth really got a tough job of battling these Tennessee bigs. And can't buy that one. Good defense from Estrella.
But I like that look.
Gillespie all the way to the rim himself. Had 20 in the second. It was a good lesson that Tennessee can still lead at the half and still be successful without Gillespie at his best.
Yeah, they can be highly successful without him scoring at an elite level.
Gillespie off the pass, can't get the three. Troy Henderson's got the rebound. Gillespie off the feet again, dish into Carey. The rebound. Jalen Carey fighting for it. Tennessee 21-5 run over the line.
You could throw it up high enough for Nate Ament to throw it down, but even that one was just a little bit too high for him.
Gillespie up for Estrella.
Dunker spot and just throw it up to the rim, man. One of my big fellas is going to go up there and get it.
You can just see the chemistry developing between Gillespie and those guys.
Clearly Nate Ament.
Ament 13 points, 7 rebounds, hit a pair of threes against Louisville. Second on the team in points, 16 a game stakes.
And he told me today that he is going to keep that in play. Great last second shot clock shot there.
Curtis Williams gets it to go. Henderson looking for an answer, and he's got it. Great finish for the Alabama transfer.
So how do you throw off a timing of a shot blocker? You go up off the wrong foot, right? Because shot blockers, man, they need to feel that rhythm. 1-2, go up. I'm going to go get that shot.
Hudson driving. Barber a 3, left wing. Gardner-Webb can't hit. Gillespie's been so smooth and poised. Henderson running 3. He's a little play for both sides. Amen, a bucket on one end, a swat on the other. That has just been all Tennessee over these last 2 minutes. 8-0 run. Gillespie in a team that is also coming off a win. They're looking to jumpstart their travel into Big South play coming soon. And obviously one of the toughest environments of teams they've played all season.
Yeah, if you play well in this environment.
See, yes, he's going to have off nights, but he's going to be expected to carry a lot of the weight.
Well, and there's some questions yet to be answered because, you know, you are not going to be at your.
Ament hit a 3 in the first half. Dwayne Brown again. That time the goal got in his way.
Like that effort, though, from Dwayne Brown. Really like that effort. Got a good frame, good body.
Gillespie stays in control. Now off the drive inside. This Tennessee team and coaching staff do a fantastic job with film and one-on-one analysis. A lot of individual work that goes on behind the scenes. And
it's going to get rewarded by going to the charity stripe. They could use a little bit more from that you know, if you're Coach Luther, man, try to get the ball on the inside. Utilize the speed that you've got, the quickness that you've got to kind of offset that immense size that Tennessee's got.
And the shots from distance not falling yet for Gardner-Webb. All right, Evans from the corner can't hit. Jalen Carey is in there, and a really nice kiss off the glass. 11th offensive rebound for Tennessee today.
Was here, man. He's a terrific, terrific young man.
Games that sort of themed revolved around it. And the
Yes.
marketing crew, in-venue crew at Tennessee's done a fantastic job of that today.
Yeah, we couldn't do it without everyone that is behind the camera, the producer, director, everyone. Just an awesome, awesome job as always. Got to give a shout out to Allison.
That's right. Our great producer, Allison Paris, working hard on this.
Your break, playing at your best. You know, you want Coach Barnes to leave that locker room at the end of this game and go, great job, guys. A lot of work to do, but great job. Have fun on your break, as opposed to, hey, man, we got a lot of work.
Parra cleans up his own miss. I don't know if it's a rebound.
That was another one of those looks from our car that was just short, not giving it a chance.
A fun year in the SEC. He got South Carolina State 2 days before the new year, and then at Arkansas and Coach Cal, two of the coach. Obviously a very emotional game when Texas comes to town. First SEC home game. Coach Barnes against his former team. Jefferson got in there, got a steal. Might have been thinking about the dunk on the other end. Couldn't quite handle it, but it's been a high-energy game for DJ.
Yeah, and you look at just another great big-to-big pass there, but you look at Jacoby Gillespie, and that, again, not a very good pass, and he's probably going to take a seat for the rest of the game.
Jefferson for three, off the mark. Ben again, good day for Jefferson. Fires another one here in Knoxville. Gillespie looking for Brown, not quite on that pass.
Gillespie being guarded by Otega Owe, and Owe is, I think, Kentucky's best individual defender. He's going to have to be physical with Gillespie.
Yelovich switches on to Gillespie with the shot clock running down. And hang time, if that had been a punt, there would have been a fair catch at the other end. That ball was up in the air for a while. Gillespie's head coach, of course, Rick Barnes, 848 wins in his career, tied with John Calipari for the most among active coaches, and Elite 8 squads, Jay, each of the last.
Come in as a freshman, the left team have ball handling responsibilities. You can expect Tennessee's going to put, excuse me, Jasper Johnson. I said Jalen Lowe, Jasper Johnson. I mean, they're going to go after him defensively.
Corner three will drop for Bishop Boswell, who is coming off maybe the most productive game of his career in that double overtime win over A&M. Career highs in both points and rebounds. Johnson puts up a three, and the lefty drop
blocker. In the last two games, he's averaging about 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists, and he was 12 of 17 from the field over that 2-game stretch.
And again, had the game winner at the buzzer against LSU on Wednesday. Carey creating some space. Regular season meetings, and then Tennessee beat the Wildcats in the Sweet 16. Overall, Kentucky holds the edge, 163 to 70.
College football, that 0-1 Miami Hurricanes team.
Another Kentucky turnover.
Really good pressure by Gillespie,
who's in a lot of traffic and dribbles out of harm's way. Troy Henderson into the game for Tennessee, a freshman from Richmond, Virginia, number 24. Also another freshman, Amari Evans from Pittsburgh. Point lead.
I think that's at their best.
The lead has grown to 10. Yelovich banging down low with Brown. Can't finish it.
Well, Brown did a good job of walling up and got into Yelovich's body when he was going up.
Now Brown at the offensive end to lay it. He is the team leader in made threes on the season. That's his 29th.
Another guy, you have to make him put it on the deck.
Gillespie, and nice, and try to take Noah out of the perimeter here. He'll use the screen from Carey. Diabate the switch.
And now you got Noah having to guard Carey.
Gillespie on ESPN2. Tough inbounds play. And stolen. Great play by Amen. Gillespie. Not this time. Oh, taller than Carey, also has more lift. Carey is a more physical player, but he is a below the rim kind of guy generally. Owe rises up for a three. Rebound.
And play inside out.
They're also shooting the ball well. They're not turning it over. They've got 8 assists on 11 made field goals and just 1 turnover in about 12.5 minutes of basketball. There's another basket.
A foul to give before they put Kentucky in the bonus.
Our AFC divisional round matchup is set for tomorrow. It'll be the Texans and the Patriots at 2:45 Eastern on ABC, ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and the ESPN app. Coverage begins with postseason NFL countdown at noon Eastern here on ESPN feed. And this one is knocked away as Amen couldn't connect with the stroke.
And that's where Amen probably has to be a little more selfish and take on that matchup with Chandler.
Owe well short on the 3 and the rebound down to the Vols.
Kentucky's not getting ball reversals.
Evans. Very good defender on him and Owe. And now back to Gillespie with 10 on the shot clock. Great little pocket pass around. 18-point, 11 rebound game of the double overtime win over A&M. Played 43 of the 50 minutes. Gillespie stumbled, regains his feet, and knocks down a 76% free throw shooter. Gillespie, enough time and space, can't hit the 3.
He's playing almost drop coverage, and Aberdeen just pulled up.
Tennessee again gets it over.
Side there, I thought Brown was open.
Gillespie weaving his way through traffic. Tough pass at the successful challenge. And Kentucky playing much better at both ends of the floor. They were down 17 at one point in this game, down 11 at the half. They're down only 6 right now.
And that was a really big call to get them to 2 possessions. What he does extraordinarily well is defend, rebound. I mean, he's relentless, chases down every loose ball. What Gillespie trying to lob it up to Akpara with Colin Chandler on him. Chandler wound up having to foul him.
Gillespie the kick.
Can't let him reject that.
Amen.
So the paint kicked it out. They made the extra pass.
Kentucky's got it down to 4 again. Gillespie gets a piece of the paint. Blocked by Marino. 6 assists already in this game. I don't know that there's been a season in recent memory where there have been as many gifted point guards as we are seeing this year in college basketball.
Just gifted players. If you play in the SEC and you don't get hit in the face at least once a game, you didn't play. You didn't get in the game.
Diabate his 3rd. Couple of free throws.
Got a switch. Now Diabate being guarded by Gillespie.
Aberdeen, who's been big here in the second half, steps in. Soft touch to knock it down.
He must do something wrong.
I don't think so. His interviews are fantastic. His interviews are as good as his ability on the field.
Maybe he doesn't put his dirty clothes on.
Amen.
Good answer to that 3-point play by Malachi Marino.
Mo Diabate is back in the game for Mark Pope now with 4 fouls. Aberdeen's been huge here in the second half of the Wildcats. Owe turns the corner and draws him. Gillespie nowhere to go. Trying to get the ball to Carey. Now calls for a screen. Rejects it again. Feeds Carey. Lays it in.
Blank opportunities that they haven't finished.
Owe comes up with a loose ball.
By the freshman.
Number 4 on Marino, and it's an 87% free throw shooter. Oops. On the line. I can't believe he did that.
You don't believe in that stuff, do you?
No, but it does happen a lot.
They can't hear you. Well, guys miss a lot. It's like that no-hitter thing.
Yeah.
That's a
1 of 2. Who never shoots from more than like 2-3 feet away from the rim. He has gotten himself in good position. He's gotten the rebounds, just hasn't been able to convert. Gillespie knows. Soaring player back to the free throw line for 2.
But Gillespie, this is his 8th 20-point game of the season for Tennessee.
And again, a guy who is almost automatic at the line and misses one. Tension here in Knoxville. 2-point game. And Gillespie will come out as Amari Evans will come back in on defense.
This gives Gillespie a chance to take a breather before.
Rick Barnes hollering out a play, not using a timeout, telling Gillespie what he wants him to run. Oh, it's stolen by Chandler. Away, and Kentucky has it. Where you need to deliberately miss it.
I think there's a lot that can go wrong with deliberately missing it, but you can certainly see them trying it, and they're going to call a timeout to talk about it. But with Garrison and Marino there, it becomes about a free throw blockout, and all you have to do is get a finger on the ball.
Kentucky 31 points to make it, or will it be a deliberate miss and hope for a rebound and a putback? 2.6 to go. Deliberate miss. Tipped. Carey had it.
Didn't grab it. This is starting 5 for North Florida and Bobby Kinnan. Just game 2 for the Ospreys. Felix Okpara rejection. Tennessee wants to run in the paint. This might be one of the more prosperous paint presences that Rick Barnes has had.
Yes, but you look at Jalen Carey and J.P. Estrella, Felix Okpara on the floor, Kate Fan, smooth stroke, man, smooth operator. Saw that many times in shoot around just today. Basketball team that has a 1-to-1 assist turnover ratio like they did in the first game with 19 and 19.
Ball's looking to settle in after an aggressive play here in the first 3 minutes of this one. Tennessee generates a turnover. Gillespie
Stay on the floor long. He gets right back up with 2 hands and goes back up with it.
Estrella cuts North Florida's lead to 2. A deep 3 from Jackson, no good. Gillespie, Oriole.
Good extra
Wide
pass.
open as Devin Hines can't connect that time.
Yeah, need to knock those down. That's a terrific extra pass. Caught Tennessee in rotation.
Gillespie, floater. For North Florida, that is their 4th made 3 of this first half. Tennessee with 2. Inbounds is
the athleticism of their bigs that they can afford to do that.
Gillespie. Amari Evans into the game for Tennessee. Plummer, the freshman out of Tallahassee, knocks it down.
Yeah, Plummer took advantage of the tag defense, help side defense, just being a little late.
Estrella.
Right, because again, they're making Tennessee move.
Estrella again. Can't connect. Whole building would have exploded.
Absolutely.
Oriole.
Ball game. Doesn't sound like a whole lot, but again, if you're going to try to spring an upset, if you're North Florida, you need to capitalize on all the turnovers that you can get.
Gillespie off the screen.
And I'll finish off the glass.
He's got the swag, right? The headband, the one sleeve, the hair, it's flowing.
Come on, man. For Christmas, I think I'm going to ask for that hair.
Gillespie all over the place. Tennessee making it a lot more uncomfortable for North Florida defensively.
Yeah, something tells me that Coach Barnes and staff have really challenged Tennessee to step up their intensity and effort on the defensive end.
Oriole trying to do it all himself that time. He's off the mark. 3.5 remaining in the half, and that time Abram ill-advised pass by a Houston team here in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, what a challenge that's going to be, huh?
Drive in from Hines. Kent Jackson had the green light. It's a scoring drought for North Florida. They don't have a point in the last.
Teamwork, camaraderie. We talked about the boot camp that he put his kids through preseason this year to build that teamwork, that sense of family. And it's got to be off the long strides, man. And with those long arms, it's just easy for him to get to the 10.
SEC Freshman of the Week after 2 games. Here's the back to the first half.
Really needed that basket to go down, and that was a sweet stroke by Mason Lee. They're going to need more production from him.
7th 3 of the game for North Florida.
Gillespie off the screen. Another lob. Has been really good at sharing the ball. 4 assists in this game. Here's a 3 from the left side. Offensive board, Phillips. Abram, bounty's open.
And Steele calls both of these places home because he got to start there.
Gillespie, 3. Can't get it.
Now later on, the athletic director had no idea that he had given him the book, and the athletic director wanted all the coaching staff to read that same book.
It's something a coach loves. Coach Barnes is going to love.
Stiffer competition, especially when SEC play starts, man. The charity stripe, the defenders playing on the high side. You know, you got to take another dribble closer to the baseline to make an easier pass.
Good ball movement for Tennessee. Gillespie hits his second 3 here of the evening. 2 for 7 from distance.
Really good ball movement and unselfish play from Tennessee's offense.
NFL career. His brother was a freshman of the year winner at Duke. A lot of athletes in that family. 3 from Oriole. No good. Amen. Gillespie, look at that move. Sends a man flying. Can't finish. Tennessee, they tend to do it differently. There's not one way that Rick Barnes does it, but to get these first 5 games, as you mentioned, to figure some things out about yourself as a team, and then they're down 2 pretty key players in this lineup, so they're not full strength as well. AA tournament in 2015. 3 conference regular season titles as before that.
You like the challenge, right?
Built a fantastic staff to guide this Osprey team through this first season with him as the head coach. He retained Stephen Perkins and Bruce Evans. They've been with the program now for 13 years. You bring in Bob Marlin, legendary coach in the Sun Belt, Louisiana at Sam Houston State. And then Carter Hendrickson, 3-time All-A-Sun, one of the best players in this program's history. That's a great staff he's got with him.
Can't say enough about as Gillespie knocks down a 3.
From them, from Michigan, we could score. Jam by Roddy Gale. March Roddy makes an early appearance for Michigan. I know Rick Barnes not going to be happy about it. Somebody missed the box out pretty good. Gillespie, a 3. Morris Johnson Jr. Doubling on the... Had the size advantage on Berg, but comes up short. Yeah, they said they were going to double on the bounce, and that's what they did there. Oh, Kerry's got size advantage there. Oh, good defense, Morris Johnson. Cut. He said he did go back and look at that tape just for a few little reminders of the way that Barnes likes to play. Because Dusty's playing completely different than he played then. Gillespie with his first field goal by McKinney. Gillespie is back. McKinney right by him, and a rejection by Brown. And Akpara hops off the bench with 2 fouls set to check in. Brown, defended by Mara, out to Gillespie for 3. Doesn't get the bounce, and a foul is called on with 2 fouls. To the corner, and Boswell. And Mara the rebound. Tennessee is now 2 of 9 from beyond the arc. Gale, transition 3. It's good! A little glance at the Tennessee bench after that 3 went down. And it's a 19-0 run. Gillespie can't end it. Johnson previous 10 shots before that one went in. Well, let's face it, you know, Michigan is a huge team. Fettman, who was there waiting to help him move furniture, but Dusty May. Cadeau said he couldn't believe that a coach would come and help him, and I've got to be honest, I can't imagine Steve Lapis. Oh, see, I knew you were going to say that. Moving an end table for Kerry Kittles back in the day either. If I knew he was going to be an All-American, I would have. But Dusty May, that kind of guy, that kind of team here at Michigan, as Cadeau puts it in. Yaxel, cross-court pass, wide open Gale. And Lindeborg.
Week he said we'll be aggressive early in games, which is different than most teams. They like to save their challenges for the second half, but anything around the rim and they feel like they can get it, they'll go for it.
Evan, thank you very much as Gillespie hits from the outside.
Well, they switched Cheddar on him with those switches, and Gillespie felt like he could do something, and he did.
Cadeau right at Gillespie with the right hand. No, carrying the rebound to the ground. And we have a whistle. Another missed Tennessee free throw.
Can nobody make 2 foul shots anymore?
I haven't seen
It's
it here in Chicago.
Oh, this
has a lane, and he misses the lay-in. He was between a dunk and a layup.
Absolutely.
Comes up empty, and Gillespie flies the other way, and he misses a layup.
Yeah, Lenderborg, he was thinking about dunking that one.
Sends it out to McKinney. His three won't go. And by Gillespie, oh, a step back, 4-3. Won't go. And
15-minute mark, and take the game 4 minutes at a time.
Mara misses, and the rebound to Gillespie. The half against Houston last year.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what it looks. It looks very similar, and the job they've done on Amen, too strong, Lenderborg.
He missed it, but he follows his miss. Here in Chicago.
Not the start Tennessee was looking for to start this second half.
Gillespie trying to answer, and he does. Third three of the game for Jacoby Gillespie, who did not come out in the first half.
And Rick Barnes made a great point. Obviously, he knows better than all of us that they were so bad in transition that they were kind of one pass always short. Somebody would get in the lane, and then they'd always be behind the whole possession.
Mara had it poked away, and a turnover. And sometimes you look to the three to try to get out of a deep hole as Gillespie hits again, and he's the one guy that is capable of getting hot from deep.
Hey, we saw how electric he was against Virginia in the second round of the NCAA tournament when he had 29 points. He is that kind of player.
He had 29 against Miami, 21 against UVA, and they need him big time here in the second half. Five to shoot.
Lenderborg strong in there on Amen.
Burnett from the corner. And the rebound grab by is 1 for 9, and he has missed his last 7 shots, and he's back on the bench for the Volunteers. Gillespie from the outside. You want to slow it down and get the big men involved, we can do that. They can throw so many different things at you. There's not one matchup that I think that they're going to be intimidated by.
Being able to play at 2 speeds is so critical in the NCAA tournament because you play against different styles all the time. Somebody wants to slow it up. Somebody wants to speed it up. Michigan can play both those styles, no problem. Michigan has also so many weapons that even Lenderborg doesn't have to play great all the time because they got so many other pieces that are capable.
Akpara with the basket. Follows his miss and puts it in.
If I'm going to miss it, I might as well go get it and lay it in.
His parents love it. Gillespie off glass. Wolverines roster. And Yaxel Lenderborg said no freshman wall for this guy. In fact, the game has slowed down for him here in March as Gillespie scores 2 more. I think he was just looking for a breather. Remember, he told Evan he needed a minute before the interview. As Michigan turns it over, Lenderborg getting back. Gillespie going up. Okay.
Tattoo of the Joker, the Joaquin Phoenix character. He got that too prior to the season. He said he could kind of relate to the character. He feels like he's misunderstood.
Gel. 100%. In the old days, you had juniors and seniors that have been in your program 2 and 3 years to help you do.
Coming up next here on CBS. Lenderborg misses, and the rebound to Gillespie. And
it was a tough day for him.
Gillespie for 3. Estrella rips down the board, but Cadeau pokes it away. Michigan shooting 53% from the floor.
They guard, they run, they shoot, they can post up. They got a very versatile, tremendous player. I don't know. This team is, I don't know, Duke, Arizona and Michigan were the 3 of the 4 best teams all year. Florida was probably 4th, and I think UConn was in that next section. Now, could they beat Duke today? Absolutely they can. But I thought they were more in the 5 to 8 category nationally.
Michigan fans with a big ovation as we have 4.5 to go. 7 Wolverines have scored at least 8 points today. Cadeau, the lob. Johnson had a tough time. Difference in this first half, the way that Michigan has looked, but Akpara picking up those early fouls was a big issue for Tennessee. Volunteers 56. The last team to win a regional final by at least 30 points was Cincinnati in 1992 against Memphis. Gillespie with the left hand, and for Tennessee, Lap, 3rd straight year in the Elite 8, 3rd straight year they come up short. What do you think about this Tennessee program?
You know, oh, it's a great program. I mean, Rick Barnes, one of the best in the country. Obviously, it can't feel good to have 3 Elite 8s in a row. I mean, that is really, really hard. And every one of those losses in the Elite 8 has come to a 1 seed. Got to have a little luck, too, you know what I mean? It helps to have a little luck. Maybe the 1 seed gets knocked off one of these times and you play somebody else. He's played the 1 seed all 3 times in the Elite 8.
Florida from 2011 to 2013, the only other team now to lose in the Elite 8 in 3 consecutive years. Oscar Goodman from New Zealand has checked in for Michigan. He's got the ball here. Gillespie poked it away. Goodman gets it back and scores. Gillespie thought about answering and now pulls it back, looking for some help. Iowa State plays suffocating defense. Gillespie trying to penetrate through, and he don't. Amen with the shot clock at 1. Has to put it up. He does. And it's no good. Akpara, the offensive board.
And we're going to probably say that a lot. Offensive boards.
And the tip by Estrella, no.
Denied passes. They don't want you to get it back. Heisey's working really hard.
Shot clock at 5. Gillespie, that's a deep 3. Air ball.
Except for getting on the glass.
Corner 3 is short for Boswell, and Toure wants to run. Bateman trying to join him. Toure by, oh, it's rejected. Akpara with the monster block from behind.
Yeah, one of the better shot blockers in the SEC.
Well, and Gillespie finishes.
Those are the kind of baskets you got to get against Iowa State. You can't sit up against them the whole game. They're just so good defensively in the half court.
Rick Barnes told us they were going to be very aggressive on Momcilovic, and he travels there and still yet to attempt a shot.
Well, that's what you have to do with Momcilovic. You have to get all up on him and make him put the ball on the floor. Great block by Akpara there.
And that got Gillespie out in transition, and a tough finish by the senior guard from Greenville, Tennessee.
Yeah, he really has great body control. He finishes a lot of those baskets.
And a steal. Heisey with Gillespie getting back. Heisey puts it in.
Tell you, Heisey's been really good. This kid from Northern Iowa was an all-league player in the Missouri Valley. Doing a great job. The pressure on the ball is intense. And the denials on the wings. This is not packed in man-to-man. This is pressure man-to-man. They can't get a shot.
Shot clock at 5. Gillespie, a deep 3 is short. Carry to Dad's book. Momcilovic, his first shot attempt of the night, spins out, and the rebound is grabbed by. Is very popular, and that is your education on the mascots in this game. Momcilovic, step back 3.
That's a tough shot.
defense from the Cyclones fans here in Chicago.
Look at this aggressive. They made Gillespie go back to half court.
Amen. Converts. Shot clock at 6. Gillespie, 3 turnovers here in the first half. Gillespie through traffic. High arcing shot is good.
He's got that little floater down. He's able to split the double team. Once you split a double team with the dribble, the defense is really in a tough spot.
You can
nice
pass it underneath. Rejected by Akpara. He's 1 for 4. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Gillespie will take the 3. And the wrong rebound. Points.
He's got almost half their points.
Suffocating defense. Torrey takes it away. Lipsy joining him behind the back. And Lipsy scores. What a pass from Torrey.
The points off turnovers are killing Tennessee. As much as what they're doing on the glass is helping them, it's being negated by those turnovers and Iowa State scoring off of them.
Gillespie.
Not a good shot.
Across. Amen in the lane. Gillespie comes to help. Gillespie attacking and scoring.
Like this every day. So I think they're used to playing against teams that guard them every second of the way. That'll be interesting to see.
Well,
he was great against Virginia. 4 threes in that game.
A career high. That's his first bucket of the night. Lipsy from the free throw line. It's good.
They come with that double team really quickly. That's a heck of a pass.
To Gillespie, who puts up a 3. And the rebound is fought.
He made an interesting point to us. Said strength can negate talent at times. He really values it with his guys in recruiting and how he develops them.
I mean, for that to happen in 1989, I have a great back cut there. For that to happen in 1989, that was definitely a trailblazer there.
And still getting it done now in his 39th year as a head coach. Lipsy cuts it down to 6. Ament to a cutting Gillespie off glass for 2. Beautiful pass from Nate Ament.
Ament's done a lot of good things in this game.
Lipsy misses the 3. Boswell saves it to Akpara. Rebound still a massive issue for Iowa State. Out-rebounded by 15.
Well, Rick Barnes wanted that ball to move side to side. Yeah, you know, I think T.J. Otzelberger is going to keep an eye on this score here.
Gillespie wide open, and he buries it.
Wide open.
First double-digit. Look at that. 2 rebounds in the last 10 minutes for Iowa State. Momcilovic for 3. He's looking for a foul. Torrey cleans it up for Iowa State.
Plenty of time, but the problem with Iowa State is, again, they're playing without their best player. We can't, you know, emphasize that enough.
Lipsy not close.
Made a difference, and I was surprised Terrace Reed was able to play so well against those big guys in Michigan State.
So there's 1 spot left in the Elite 8, and Tennessee has 3 points.
I don't think it can happen, Andrew. I mean, he's only taken 6 shots. 1 for 6.
Gillespie, rainbow 3, not there.
Yeah, you give up your dribble, they are going to be all over you. Wow, they're playing zone. Let me tell you something. T.J. Otzelberger does not do that very often.
Gillespie trying to shoot through the zone, and he cannot. And the rebound goes out of bounds. It'll stay. Estrella is now the one defending Momcilovic. Buchanan inside. Buchanan lays it in. Rick Barnes wanted to travel. He doesn't get it. It's an 8-point game.
There's a whole lot of time left.
Gillespie catch and shoot three. It's good.
How can he be? Tennessee, they got to keep attacking.
Gillespie, another three. Short. And the rebound to Gillespie. Nobody in Iowa. Amen. Knocked away by Momcilovic.
That was not a smart play.
Momcilovic rushes a three. Not there. Taken away by Nate the Great. And Tennessee pulls ahead by 14. 37th game tonight, fourth most in school history. Another missed free throw for the Cyclones.
If they're going to give it a gun, they got to foul. If they're going to give it one shot here, never know. No foul. No use in fouling now. Got to shoot it.
Gillespie from the logo. And Lipsy